Brunswick fans seem a bit nervous. They had the game won with 23.9 seconds to go, or so they thought, and Tyler Lead had other ideas.
Well, regular season, you can play a tie game. It ain't regular season, boys and girls.
8 minutes on the clock. They'll play 8. If no one scores, then they'll resurface the ice. Dallas Clark with one already. Oh, wristed that, and a big save at the top of the crease by Alexander. He gave the Cony leading scorer nothing to shoot at.
Well, there's a guy you want with the puck. He's a magician with the puck. Sniper, true and true. Dallas Clark came in, wristed one. Alexander saved and controlled the rebound.
Clark with that big wrist shot from the left side, the lefty. No rebound. It has been the case most of the evening. Cony jumping, has kept it in. Wrist shot knocked down. It's free in front and rolls underneath Alexander, who covers that up to bail out his team. As that puck dangerous, bouncing around, pinballing in the offensive zone for Cony.
Rams on the attack here in overtime. They've had the better of the two advantages so far. They control the zone. Big face-off here again. Every face-off big in overtime.
Lead trying to win it back. Yes, Clark with it. Takes the shot, and that was off the shoulder of Alexander up over the crossbar. 3 chances for the Rams here in the first 30 seconds. They came close, but we're still playing. Brooks off his stick. Small will hold on. And he'll take the face-off. Neither goaltender's going to take any chances here in the extra frame.
Don't take a chance. Put it on your center iceman to win the face-off now. It's a big face-off here for the Dragons. Let's see if they can win, because if they can win and control, they can set up in the offensive zone.
Palmer's been good on the face-off. He's the man set to take it.
Got it.
And he won it back. Shot in front, just trickles wide. Jake Parent was there. Clayton Parent had that in the backhand. If that was a forehand, that might have been a goal. And that shot off the side of the net by Palmer. He had the yawning cage. Small was down, out of position. Chances at both ends here in the early going. Here come the Rams. Dakota Benson dumps it in deep. 5 chances in 60 seconds of hockey. These guys don't want to stick around. Slap shot from the point, well wide from Gagne. Parent checked. Palmer drilled to the boards, turnover there. Keithley knocks it ahead, but not very far. And this will be a penalty as Dakota Benson drilled Parent. A whistle blows, power play in overtime for the Brunswick Dragons.
Just got to be more disciplined in overtime. Can't take that extra hit, Rob. The first one was good. Second one over the top. They're going to call it. I think they got him for roughing. We'll wait for the official call.
He came in late and he came in high.
The good news for the Cony Rams, they have killed every situation, and they have had a slug of them. I think Brunswick's taking time out.
They are. Mike Ruthier calls the timeout, and the coaching staff over on the bench is our 2 assistant coaches putting the hands down, saying, boys, settle down, settle down. Let's get ourselves and our emotions back under control, which you want to do in overtime in a big situation like this.
Well, part of it is if you've had your power play unit on the ice on their regular shift, Rob, and overtime, we're playing sudden death overtime. Take your time out, rest those kids, get them out there so that they can be out there for the power play opportunity.
Leighton Clark will be out there for the Rams. Always a threat to score shorthanded, but the arsenal that the Dragons will put out, Brooks and Woodruff. And I would think Maciejewski with Palmer out there and one defenseman. As Brooks plays the points, Cam Heatley most likely with 9 goals on the season and a pretty good slap shot from the points. That should be the 5 out there, and that is a formidable power play.
It surely is, but as we said, the Rams have been immense in the kill. They killed off regular penalties, they killed off 2-man advantages. Both teams have done a great job. No power play goals out of the 4 goals in this game. They've both been all even strength goals. Of course, the Cony goal came at the end after they had pulled the goaltender. Small had the extra tackle on the ice, but it still goes as an equal opportunity goal there. So here we go, Rob. Power play opportunity for the Dragons. Can they put it away?
What's going through the mind of goaltender Tom Small right now?
He'll tie it up every opportunity. Face-offs are huge.
Woodruff's been good with Clark and wins another one back. They will try to set up Brooks. The pass just missed him and goes past Keithley, and they better hurry because Dallas Clark and Lead are out there, and Lead came to it first, and he draws the penalty. The power play lasted 11 seconds. They call interference. The puck puck was close, but they ruled that Leet was impeded on the play getting to the puck.
Well, Leet did the right thing, because you know when you're in a kill situation, you really hustle on the attack like that. Sometimes you'll draw a penalty that at other times might not go.
So 4-on-4 for a $1.49. Around the boards, Manter has kept it in, but not for long, as Matt Brooks will get it to the blue line, and we'll have an opportunity to get it out on the far side to Heatley.
A lot of ice, you got to watch the clock.
Maciejewski has one already. Stolen away by Leet. He has one as well. He's 1-on-3. He'll lift it in. And will be gloved out of the air and held by Blake Alexander. 6 minutes to go in the first overtime here. Sudden death, 2-2 the score.
Yeah, we'll do the ice, Rob. If we go through this final 6 minutes without a score, they will redo the ice and take a regular break between periods.
So what Bill Stewart-Men will see after the first overtime? We'll see. Only 4 goals, of course, in this contest. In the last one, there was lots of time in between. About 26 minutes, in fact. Maciejewski was checked, backhanded ahead as he stepped out of the way of an Aaron Manter throw. It's Manter with it now. Brooks was going to pressure him. He's got the puck. 4-on-4. Pass to Maciejewski. Has to knock it down. Manter stepped in front of him. Can they get the clear? They cannot. Only one man out there, and he was spun around, and that was Woodruff. Here's Clark, lost it at the blue line. Good play by Brooks to check it away. Brooks will hit the accelerator at neutral ice. Here he comes. Has a man with him. Tried to drag it. Parent was open, and now a 2-on-1 developing. 2-on-2, I should say. Leet will take the shot. Goes off the leg of the goal of the defenseman, and right to the goaltender Alexander, as Woodruff had to go off his left skates. Took a funny carom, and Alexander covered it up for the faceoff.
A lot of tired legs out there right now, Rob. What happens at this stage of the game, you're starting to hit that stage where the lactic acid will build up in your legs, and they get really heavy.
And one mistake can end this contest. Maybe here's the freshman. Perry shoots wide off the faceoff. He won it in the circle, spun around for the shot.
He's had some good opportunities.
Drew Keithley grabbed. Stops behind the net, tries to put it in front. There it is again through the crease, and Connor Perry just missed. At the point, they're going back toward Perry. Maybe here. Perry shoots. Save made, Alexander off the shoulder.
Yeah, nice job, Alexander. Let him go into the forehand.
Perry again trying to put it in front. This time it's diffused well by Grenholm, but he can't clear. Oh, he did. Just over the blue line, and it's knocked back to neutral ice.
They jump clock out here.
5-on-5 hockey. Perry, so dangerous in this shift. Trying to put it to the front of the net. Clark wanted it. The pass was broken up. But there's Clark to knock it down. Zubrod to Clark. Back to Zubrod, who didn't know it was coming. And now some space on the near side board. But back-to-back check, well, was Gagne, as Palmer was there. Dwayne Palmer forechecking a bit. Dangerous pass. They get it ahead to Leet. He's onside. Heatley checks him there. 3:47 to go. And they'll draw a whistle as the puck trapped in the corner with 3:43 to play in the first overtime. 2-2.
We see the score. We got a tech down there in the corner for you. If you're just coming in and joining us, boy, it's been a heck of a game. We'll have this up online on our live stream account, Munzing Media on live stream. We'll have the whole replay up tomorrow.
Around the boards, first man there was Evan Bowers. Getting a shift here in overtime, and he kept the puck in. At the point, kept in. Knocked down, though, and back the other way, Woodruff. Up ice to Brooks. It's past him and cleared. This will go up into the Cony bench. Face-off will be called. And actually going to say it was hit with a high stick first. They'll bring it all the way back down to the Brunswick defensive zone with 3:23 to go in the period.
Yeah, Cony's had the better opportunities here in overtime, Rob, for sure. Cony defensemen are doing a solid job of handling the puck and getting rid of it quickly. This is not the time to be a hero. Get rid of the puck, move it quickly.
Rams on a face-off. It's tied up. Can they keep it in? No. But it's knocked down. Rams clear the zone.
Ice a factor now, Rob.
Clark gets it back. It's picked off, though, by Woodruff. Woodruff, a wrist shot deflected. Taken out of the play was the defenseman Gagne by Woodruff. This will be put on goal and held by Tom Small.
Particularly along the boards. Nate, if you can zoom across by the benches and show the ice build up there, the snow built up along the boards, that's a factor. Teams have skated hard here tonight.
Faceoff goes high in the air, and the Rams will get this out. It's Connor Perry again. He's got Leet onside. Perry behind Leet toward the goal. It was actually redirected, but seeing it all the way, it was Alexander who covers it up.
Put the big mid on it, get the face-off.
2:51.
That's why they'll do the ice after this overtime. Get a fresh sheet out there.
If no one scores, you can't play another 12 minutes on this sheet, or 15 is what they might put on. Forget what the time is in overtime. Shot from the point. Opportunity for Bowers. Knocked off his stick. Kept in. Bowers reaches for it. Stole the puck away. Keithley runs into Bowers. Open space for Clayton Parent. He overskated it, and you're right, Rob Munzing. There's a situation where the snow got in his way. Bowers knocks it ahead and gets ahead. Dakota Benson takes the shot, and it was a good one. That was a tough save by Blake Alexander. What a time that would have been for Dakota Benson's first goal of the season, but Alexander denied him.
Well, Alexander did a good job because Andrew Keithley was zooming in there. He was going to pick up any rebound and have an easy tap, and Alexander with the high blocker save and smothered.
Leet wins the faceoff. Rams will take the shot for the defense, and that is wide by Gagne. Toward the front it goes. Gagne will get to this first. Nice little move. Gagne keeps it. Second curl and drag. Puts it to the front and just missing it, Tyler Leet. He had the goaltender beaten if he could have put a stick on that puck, but he could not. Here's Maciejewski. Knocks it down ice. He had crossed the checkered red line. No icing. Under 2 to go. Up the middle. Dangerous pass. They get away with it again. Clark can't beat Heatley though. Neal cleared open ice. Whistled in, icing the call this time as Woodruff had not gotten to the red line, and back to the defensive zone go the Dragons with 1:37 to play in overtime.
The old coaching axiom comes in here, Rob Kennedy. There is never a bad shot in overtime. And the deeper overtime goes, the less you should try to diddle with the puck and just get it right on net.
See some strange game-winning goals in NHL overtimes. You can see one here. Clark corralling the bouncing puck. That was knocked away from him. He tried to set up a shot in his forehand and he couldn't do it.
Hard to stick handling this stuff, Rob. Just got to shoot it.
Here's the shot. Defensive play made by Tyler Sullivan. Connor Perry, who's been a great player in this overtime. Dallas Clark can't bring it in front. Brooks had knocked that away. There's Brooks. Can't get it by Perry, though. Perry hard to slap it to the front of the net with 1:05 to go, and here's Heatley again. This will get down the ice, and an opportunity for Brooks. He left it behind. Maciejewski now. That's the ice. Cross ice pass. He'll find an open dragon. That shot deflected, and it'll get to the blue line, but not out. At least not yet. Now it's out. Dallas Clark has it go off his skates. 42 seconds left to go in overtime. Both teams have had chances, especially in the early going of the extra frame. Toward Dallas Clark. He's tired, but he'll chase it anyway, and Sullivan will get to it first. 30 to go in overtime. That'll hop back to neutral ice. Manter will swat it in. 22 seconds. Sullivan overskated it. Clayton Parent leaves it in front. Put toward the front, deflected on. What a save made! Doing the split, Alexander keeps this game going. Icing is waved off. 5 seconds left. Probably would have been an icing had Small not played it. And we're going to a second overtime. Nothing settled after 8 additional minutes. 2-2 still the score. Back in a moment after this. You're watching high school hockey on Online Sentinel, KG Online, and Munzing Media.
The Bank of Maine Ice Vault is a great venue for many group outings and events, such as birthdays, corporate events, and even weddings. The Warm Room makes for a beautiful space to hold ceremonies of all kinds. The 2 conference rooms are sized to hold both large gatherings as well as smaller, more intimate occasions. There is also a fully functional kitchen for all your hosting needs. The ice rink can be open throughout your events for skating and other ice activities. The Bank of Maine Ice Vault, something for everyone.
We are back with you at the Bank of Maine Ice Vault, 2-2 the score. Most of the scoring done early in this game, in fact in the first 18 minutes. Ryan Maciejewski at 6:52 for Brunswick opened things up. Dallas Clark at 8:43 of the first equalized for Cony. Kyle Woodruff at 2:47 put the Dragons in front in the second period, and then we had no goals until there were 23.9 seconds left. Tyler Leet tying the game as the Rams had an extra attacker pulling their goaltender, and they scored to tie it 2-2. Nothing settled after 8 minutes of overtime. We'll bring back in Bill Stewart, who prophetically said, "I'll see you after OT." Not sure he meant after the first OT, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Wow, what a wild game this is. Not really a surprise, though. These teams have been pretty even, dating back to their last matchup. And here we are. Bonus hockey.
Have to ask someone about the tying goal. The Brunswick bench was upset. They thought an icing should have been waved off. It was an icing on the face-off that the Rams won and tied the game on. Very close play in front of their bench, too, with a Ram player, the defenseman Zach Gagne, almost touching the puck. Could he have played that? Was that an icing?
It looked good from me. Look good from here. Maybe we'll have to check out a replay on that. But yeah, from live action, it looked pretty good.
Certainly a tough call for the refs to make, and they called it immediately, saying, yeah, it's an icing. They blew the play dead, and the Rams will certainly take that. You got to win your faceoffs, though. And that's really something they hadn't done in the first two-thirds of this game, but they're getting better and have won some pivotal draws as time's gone on.
Yeah, and for the Rams here, certainly this is nothing new coming back in the third period, and they've been doing this down the stretch here quite a bit. And that last goal really has breathed a lot of life into them. I thought they kind of carried that play a little bit in that last overtime.
Well, they certainly had chances to win in the first minute, 3 chances in fact, and Blake Alexander made an unbelievable spread eagle save as he went down the butterfly to kick a puck out, and then back to the other end, Tom Small too, but he was out of position. Dwayne Palmer had the game on his stick, but it was on the backhand. Tough to put it on goal, and he just missed. So both teams had opportunities early, and then I think the ice became a factor as we went further and further into overtime. Rob Munzing pointed that out. When you get all that snow out there, it becomes hard to move the puck.
Yeah, and you're starting to see some of these legs get a little fatigued out here too a little bit, especially as these benches start to shorten up late in the game. This is what you're going to see.
Problem with overtime is oftentimes it comes down to a mistake that settles the contest, and that's the one thing is many times that you capitalize on an error because you're right. Players get tired, the leg gets tired, the brain gets tired. So making a mental or physical error sometimes does come back to be the outcome here. It'd be a shame if that's the way it ends. You hope someone just makes a great play, an end-to-end rush, for example, to win this game in OT.
Yeah, no, you never know. It's always something crazy, especially once you get into the second overtime.
This messing with your deadline at all?
Yeah, just a little bit.
We were saying on air, broadcasters don't mind the overtime games. You writers, though, have a harder time with it. You'd like to see this ended in the second OT. Well, if there's a third one, I guess we'll talk to you again, perhaps, next time they do the ice. But we shall see. 2-2 is our score. Bill, thanks for stopping by again during this extra frame.
All right, thank you.
Bill Stewart of the KJ and Sentinel. Read his game report of this classic online at the end of this game in the KJ and the Sentinel. KJOnline.com/sports, OnlineSentinel.com/sports. 2-2 is our score. Back with you for the third right after this.
The Bank of Maine Ice Vault is a great venue for many group outings and events, such as birthdays, corporate events, and even weddings. The Warm Room makes for a beautiful space to hold ceremonies of all kinds. The 2 conference rooms are sized to hold both large gatherings as well as smaller, more intimate occasions. There is also a fully functional kitchen for all your hosting needs. The ice rink can be open throughout your events for skating and other ice activities. The Bank of Maine Ice Vault, something for everyone.
Rob Kennedy, Rob Munzing back with you at the Bank of Maine Ice Vault. I think they're playing the sounds of silence over the intercom, and this rink has been anything but all night long. Maybe it's opposite night here. Both teams taking the ice again, and they're hearing it from their fans. 2-2 after one overtime. Most of the chances in the first overtime came in the first 60 seconds. We'll see if that happens again. Both teams with a nice sheet of ice to play with. It's been resurfaced, and that was a factor, the snowy ice.
Absolutely, yeah.
In the first period. I think we're switching ends. Goaltender Tom Small thinks we are.
Speaking of Tom Small, I was talking to Paul Vachon, the fine athletic director, and Kim Silsby, the assistant principal at Cony, and they were saying that Tommy's got cousins watching all over the world. Somebody's in Canada. I know one of the names was Laura, and so we give a shout out to all Tommy's cousins who are watching here. Boy, he has stood on his head tonight. He has delivered a fantastic game here for the Coney Rams. We thank everybody watching. Go ahead, Robert. So loud I didn't even hear you come in.
You've seen your young freshman goaltender put on a show. Both goaltenders have. We are underway. Double overtime. Matt Brooks will wrist a shot. Bouncing rebound cleared aside. Haven't been many of those tonight. That will get out of the zone, and the Dragons have to fire it back in. And with a Coney player down, Connor Perry, who has certainly taken a beating here tonight and kept on ticking. They blow the play dead. They'll do the face-off at neutral ice.
Poor Connor's been treated like a dirty wash rag. They're going to send him off to... They're going to put some more Band-Aids on him or something. He's a tough guy. He's
really taking a pounding, the young freshman.
He almost won the game.
Offensive zone face-off, and that is won by the Dragons. The shot deflected just wide. Woodruff was there in front. Here's Brooks. Knocked away from him to the front of the net. Woodruff had been there. He had just moved his position. But now he has it again on his pass just behind Brooks. Gagne leaves it. Trying to find an option here. Goes up the middle of the rink. And Leet is onside. Leet with the puck, skating in, shoots, and a save made. Second effort save made too. Blake Alexander holding the post. Rams looking for the long pass to win the game. Matt Brooks, a nice move. Switches forehand and scores! Matt Brooks wins it in overtime. The leading scorer on the Dragons is the hero tonight. And Brunswick goes to the Colisee on Saturday. 1 minute in to the second overtime. Brooks shoots down the hopes of the Rams. You could see it coming when he moved to the forehand, couldn't you, Rob Munzing?
Well, you know it's probably going to be one of the goal scorers. Clark, and Brooks has been all over the ice tonight. Got an excellent opportunity, moved it to the forehand, had a real quick snapshot. Didn't go for the big windup, went for the quick shot, was able to beat Small. What a game here tonight. Coney Rams, I got to give them kudos here, Rob Kennedy. Playing short-handed, some tough situation, adversity that they faced. The kids that remained with this squad did a fantastic job of reaching down deep. They got lots and lots of ice time tonight that they may not have gotten. Kids stepped up. Fantastic job for the Rams. Great job by the Dragons.
Sure, Chad Falvoy is going to say he's proud of his boys tonight. But a gutsy win here. Matt Brooks won it with the wrist shots. We'll be back to recap right after this on KJ Online, OnlineSentinel.com, and Munzing Media.
The Bank of Maine Ice Vault is a great venue for many group outings and events, such as birthdays, corporate events, and even weddings. The Warm Room makes for a beautiful space to hold ceremonies of all kinds. The two conference rooms are sized to hold both large gatherings as well as smaller, more intimate occasions. There is also a fully functional kitchen for all your hosting needs. The ice rink can be open throughout your events for skating and other ice activities. The Bank of Maine Ice Vault, something for everyone.
Well, you see the final, Brunswick 3, Cony 2,
My hands are cold from my running.
in double overtime. We're getting a lot of folks up here that are interested in this. We can make DVDs as well for anybody that wants a DVD. We'd be glad to make them a copy. We'll have this up on our live stream account tomorrow.
How much for a DVD?
We'll put this up on the live stream account tomorrow. We'll put that, get that address right here for folks, if you're still watching us live.
And also follow Coach Munzing's Twitter. Munzing Media is the Twitter address to follow that. That address we put up once Coach has that up online. I think it's going to be streamed again tomorrow morning and recorded and then archived essentially for a while after that. And yeah, certainly one to watch again, especially for the bookends. Most of the goals in the first 17 minutes, and then 2 that came late. Heartbreak for the Rams. They tied the game with the extra attacker on Tyler Leet's 12th goal at 14:37. Matt Brooks, the hero in overtime, a minute in. Shame someone has to lose this game. Both teams battled hard tonight. It was a classic here at the Ice Vault.
That it was, Rob, and I certainly want to thank you for your fine work with Munzing Media. This will probably be our final live stream of the season, number 76 that we have done here. And of course, I want to thank Scott Martin at the Kennebec Journal for working with us to bring you these games. And boy, if we had to have a finale, what a game it was. We're glad we could bring it to you live here from the Bank of Maine Ice Vault. Thanks to Bill Boardman, Bobby Joe Burton here at the ice rink, and certainly we are so pleased to be part of what is a great high school hockey and high school athletic scene. And we want to thank all the fine folks who have given us kudos over the course of the years. But the reason we're doing this is for the kids, and that will always be the message that we will transcend here at Munzing Media. So from all of us here at Munzing Media, Nate Munzing running our camera tonight, thank you, and we will see you soon here on Munzing Media. Good night, everybody.